Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. Queen Camilla's shocking insult to Duchess Sophie's furious response exposed the royal scandal. The habits and customs of the British royal family have been disrupted throughout the pandemic, making it harder for members to spend time together and preserve peace. Whispers of growing strife surround Duchess Sophie of Edinburgh and Queen Camilla. Why did Sophie omit Camilla from her big birthday party? What was Camilla's response to the rumors about Lady Louise potentially becoming a working royal? And what made her comments on the lack of qualifications so thought-provoking? The monarchy appears mired in intrigue, hostility, and hidden agreements. We will explore this royal mystery, including evidence that Camilla may have used Duchy of Cornwall funds for herself. We'll show how Duchess Sophie's outrage over these financial scams has deepened her friendship with Prince William, shifting power in the House of Windsor. Expect a deep dive into one of the most turbulent periods in royal history, according to insiders. A queen consort less birthday invitation. Duchess Sophie of Edinburgh, known for her elegance and refinement, celebrated her 63rd birthday with a small but elegant party at Bagshot Park, her ancient home. Sophie, who dislikes lavish parties, carefully selected her guests to create a nice, family-friendly environment. Gourmet food, elegant music, and soft lighting greeted guests. It portrayed her intelligent yet humble personality well in various ways. The absence of Queen Camilla in the Great Hall overshadowed the festivity. Could Sophie have intentionally withheld an invitation? Or was there a scheduling conflict? Guests whispered deliberate snub after the event. Rumor mills spread wild ideas. Royal gossipers knew Sophie and Camilla were never close. This divide appears to be unprecedentedly deep. The queen consort left friends and family with more questions than answers. Some believe the queen consort had another obligation, but most blamed the two ladies' conflict. Guests wondered what happened behind the palace's closed walls to inspire such public outrage. Causes of growing disparity. After marrying Prince Edward in 1999, people hailed Sophie as a royal pioneer. Her public relations skills and ability to interact with the media and public gave her an advantage. She exuded modern elegance while maintaining regal dignity. Sophie's diplomacy, courtesy, and family loyalty captivated Queen Elizabeth. The royal watchers quickly named Sophie the steady hand who could ensure continuity between traditions. Camilla struggled for acceptance. Prince Charles considered her a close friend, but the public doubted her after Princess Diana's misfortune. Careful public engagements and deliberate reputation management appear to be Camilla's endless quest for acceptance. After Sophie became scandal-free and media-savvy, comparisons were inevitable. People said Camilla disliked Sophie's effortless absorption, a trait she had struggled with. Body language experts remarked that the two females seldom showed love even though they were not hostile. From a firm handshake to the absence of smiles during conversations, subtle signs indicated they maintained decorum as their only public link. In private, emotions simmered, poised to erupt at any given moment. Many argued that competing philanthropies, each seeking prominence, exacerbated the problem. Central incident: Camilla and Charles' journey. Camilla's relationship with Charles began in the 1970s. Despite tradition and royal laws, their relationship endured. Charles married Lady Diana Spencer in a worldwide spectacle, while Camilla married Andrew Parker Bowles. But their relationship never ended. For tabloids and critics, this complicated affair overshadowed other family members' achievements. Diana's tragic death in 1997 sparked unprecedented global sadness and fueled Camilla's image as an invader who damaged Charles and Diana's cherished marriage. Camilla quietly waited years before public opinion softened enough for her to stand with Charles. Their 2005 marriage symbolized establishment approval or tentative tolerance. However, some people refused to ignore the turmoil. Sophie struggled to overcome the emotional trauma of Charles and Diana's breakup, while others welcomed Camilla. This discomfort may explain why lingering tensions have shaped House of Windsor ties decades after Charles and Camilla's wedding. Duchess Sophie is dealing with Camilla's problems. Sophie has been loyal to Queen Elizabeth and the monarchy since becoming a full-time royal. Sophie, a close friend of the departed monarch, became known as the dutiful daughter-in-law, doing many duties discreetly. After Prince Philip's death, Sophie became Her Majesty's comforter, prompting royal watchers to speculate that she would stabilize her during turbulent times. Camilla's transformation from social outcast to dignified figure requires more complexity. Sophie, reportedly sensitive to scandal, struggled to ignore Camilla's dirty past. Despite public declarations that the family has moved on, Princess Diana-related wounds persist. Sophie and Camilla developed a subtle but lasting schism, with suppressed animosity underlining every polite contact. According to insiders, Sophie's uneasiness stems from her etiquette. She believed the monarchy must be unshakable and devoid of scandals and questionable actions. Camilla's dubious rise to royal prominence tarnishes the monarchy. Criticism of Lady Louise sparks outrage. Sophie's discovery that Camilla had considered Lady Louise, her daughter, not genuinely prepared for a royal career caused further issues. Lady Louise, trusted for her kindness and responsibility, has mainly avoided the spotlight. Given her growing confidence and dedication, several expected her to pursue a higher royal post. Sophie reacted defensively to Camilla's claim that Lady Louise lacked the essential attributes to represent the firm. Sophie found this disparagement both insulting and provocative, even if Louise had not yet committed. Numerous palace watchers interpreted it as a major blow to Sophie's confidence, bolstering the idea that Camilla denigrates family members to maintain her status. Tension rose behind the scenes. Sophie, famed for her calmness, took this remark personally and may have excluded Camilla from her birthday party. Dissatisfaction increased as reports regarding Lady Louise's unsuitability for royal duty mixed with other grievances. Financial issues, Cornwall Duchy dispute. Camilla's criticisms of Lady Louise were simply the tip of a more profound problem. The accusations that Camilla was responsible for the Duchy of Cornwall's finances, which the monarch typically transfers to the heir to fund public duties, were particularly offensive. Prince William inherited Cornwall after Charles's coronation. Others say Camilla exploited her position as Duchess of Cornwall to steal assets for herself, damaging William's inheritance. The palace has not confirmed these claims, but they have spread enough to shake the monarchy's foundation. Sophie and other Queen Elizabeth devotees believe this financial manipulation violates the monarchy's ethical ideals. Camilla diverting resources from William suggests brutal royal politics. Sophie was devastated to learn about these machinations, according to sources. She believes Prince William is essential to royal stability, particularly following a turbulent era. If Camilla mismanaged the Duchy of Cornwall funds, Sophie believes she has encroached upon the future king's patrimony. Such activities would misuse power and harm the monarchy's selfless service to the nation. Why Duchess Sophie and Prince William are allies? Recently, stories have emerged regarding Duchess Sophie and Prince William forming an alliance. The two share more than most realize. Both adore the late Queen Elizabeth and prioritize continuity above untested ideas or unexpected changes that might shake public faith in the crown. Both want to move on from family troubles that have damaged their image. Sophie's potential as William's confidant has grown since Camilla's questionable duchy money management. William publicly acknowledges Camilla as queen consort despite rumors of palace turmoil. He may seek help from trustworthy, scandal-free royals if he fears for his financial stability and future. Many consider Sophie the perfect ally, discreet, loyal, and enthusiastic about the institution. Insider whispers claim Sophie is asking William to carefully audit the duchy's finances to account for every pound. This breaks with the keep calm and carry on mentality of past generations. If true, it may suggest a change in the monarchy's attitude to internal issues from secrecy to transparency. Camilla's rise and Sophie's marginalization. After Queen Elizabeth died and Charles ascended the throne, Camilla became queen consort. Sophie has always supported the Windsor family, attending formal occasions, especially during the late Queen's illness. Camilla's sudden rise disrupted the balance. Camilla now dominates huge state dinners and private, perfectly prepared meetings with her newfound authority. Sophie, a key royal figure under the late Queen, became marginalized throughout this shift. After Camilla took power, some observers say competition increased. Camilla's choice to sell Queen Elizabeth's racehorses shortly after her death showed a willingness to flout her traditions. Sophie, who values tradition, views these changes as scorn. Alleged duchy transactions suggest Camilla is reforming the monarchy to suit herself or her supporters, regardless of the probable weakening of the traditional family foundation. Exploring the birthday snub, a power symbol? Given this, Camilla's absence at Sophie's 60th birthday looks intentional. Sources say Sophie purposefully didn't invite Camilla, despite rumors of a scheduling conflict. Sophie defied the new queen consort's expectations by setting her limitations. The elite and mainstream media have quickly picked up on this slight. Royal etiquette recommends large meetings that include all senior members to project a coherent picture. Sophie's categorical rejection of Camilla conveyed her dissatisfaction, maybe implying deeper crimes she would not forgive. Prince Edward, Sophie's husband, is also a topic of speculation. Always cautious, he has never started rumors or conflicts. However, many wonder whether Edward shares his wife's beliefs. Should Camilla's authority grow too much, Edward may join Sophie in her efforts to maintain the monarchy's essential ideals, a desire undoubtedly approved by the late Queen. Queen consort's response? Indignation or moderation? Camilla was upset to be left off Sophie's guest list, according to palace reports. Despite the tension, she would expect a formal invitation as queen consort. Exclusion, if deliberate, could be a slight to her new status. Camilla did not emerge unannounced to support her stance, despite initial rumors. What prompted Camilla to cease interrupting the gathering? Some believe she knew such a spectacle would increase public scrutiny. Some believe King Charles encouraged her to keep a low profile to avoid a public conflict that may derail his coronation and split the family. Additionally, Camilla's alleged statements about Lady Louise remain controversial. If Camilla wants to unify the royals during these turbulent times, criticizing younger members would likely fuel resentment, observers say. To reduce internal animosities, Camilla's criticism of the next generation's viability as working royals looked unwise, given her push for acceptance. The royals' conflict. What next? Royal observers consider reconciliation. Coherent public presence helps the monarchy retain its appeal. New issues include Lady Louise's future, suspected Duchy of Cornwall improprieties, and Camilla's claimed record power. Duchess Sophie's subtle revolt suggests that family members who break norms may be more vocal. King Charles recognizes this tension, yet he struggles to balance his personal allegiances effectively. Camilla is his wife and co-regent. William, his successor, inherits the monarchy's obligations, and younger generations must stay together for the crown to survive in modern society. After decades of knowing Sophie, Charles admires her steady, uncontroversial manner. If the reasons are deep, his peace mediation may reconcile or exacerbate conflict. Public reaction is another important question. Due to its costs and apparent insularity, some have questioned the monarchy's relevance recently. Conflicts like nepotism or poor financial management may damage public confidence. Awareness that internal strife threatens the monarchy's tradition may increase calls for transparency or reform. Long story, no simple solution. Rumors have weakened the royal family's relationships. Given her growing role as Prince William's staunch financial champion, Duchess Sophie's choice to omit Queen Camilla from her birthday celebrations raised questions about royal allegiances. Camilla's inability to reconcile her statements about Lady Louise with her suspected intervention in the late Queen's legacy suggests she may continue on a path that many family members fear. Will the monarchy address this concern, or will the rift grow, threatening the fabric of an institution that depends heavily on public perception? Will Lady Louise show her expertise and refute Camilla's assumptions, or will she remain quiet, not wanting to escalate? Will Prince William take responsibility for any financial misdeeds that undermined his lawful inheritance? Or will he remain detached? Quick answers are unavailable. Unpleasant issues plague daily interactions, according to those close to the family. Despite abdications and tragic losses, the monarchy has reinvented itself over decades. This feud appears unique in its personal enmity, affecting not just two important duchesses, but also the monarchy's finances, traditions, and future leadership. A family in transition. In the past, the public seldom cared about British royal family disputes. Modern analysis and social media speculation ensure that every raised eyebrow and refused invitation is examined for meaning. Duchess Sophie's subtle but unmistakable opposition to Queen Camilla shows that royal etiquette no longer hides divides. Camilla's remarks about Lady Louise and her suspected mismanagement of Duchy of Cornwall finances might have serious ramifications. To preserve moral authority and cultural relevance in the UK and abroad, the monarchy needs a sense of continuity. Any institution dependent on public favor is vulnerable, as the current crisis shows. The royals' handling of these issues will set the tone for future generations. With a polite ceasefire, King Charles might bring peace back to the family. The friction may damage faith in the monarchy's capacity to resolve minor issues. People are chronicling the conflict between Duchess Sophie and Queen Camilla. The monarchy's calm has crumbled, revealing a tempest of raw emotions, conflicting goals, and maybe old resentment. The royal family confronts extraordinary pressure to handle disagreements quickly and honestly in a day when even the slightest comment may become a story. Duchess Sophie's subtle but unmistakable opposition to Queen Camilla shows that royal etiquette no longer hides divides. Camilla's remarks about Lady Louise and her suspected mismanagement of Duchy of Cornwall finances might have serious ramifications. This astonishing chapter implies further conflicts and revelations concerning Camilla's influence, Sophie's guardianship of Lady Louise, and Prince William's inherited assets perspective. Allegiances are fast emerging and eroding, preparing the monarchy for reform. Like previous palace dramas, the worldwide audience will watch to see whether traditional values will triumph or if modern circumstances need a change in royal life. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.